That's the reason why I'm recording now, not because there's any special shit tonight, but because we're going to go over to the hospital after I finish the daf, so I figured I don't want to leave too late. Okay, so we are holding Mishna Yud and Yud Aleph. So again, here's a predicament. If let's say Avram tells his son Yitzchak, Kainim I atonenim mishali. He says Kainim is a kinui of carbon, which is a type of neder, and he says that everything of mine should be forbidden. You can't benefit from me. The father said the son can't benefit from him. Yomis, if Avram dies, Yereshenu, Yitzchak still inherits because he said, you can't benefit from me. But once he's dead, it's not his anymore. So therefore, Yitzchak could benefit from it. However, if he says, B'chayav u'b'maisai, and he really doesn't like his son, he says, you can't benefit from me while I'm alive or after I die, then Imeis lo Yereshenu. Then if he dies, Yitzchak can't inherit him. V'yachzil l'banav, so it goes to the rest of Avram's children. Or if there's no other children, then it goes to Avram's brothers. O le'echav. But let's say Yitzchak, and here the Rav says, let's say Yitzchak is destitute. He doesn't have what to eat. He desperately needs that Yerusha. So ve'im einloi, if he doesn't have, and let's say the Yerusha is a significant amount of money, $25,000, so ve'im einloi loive, he could take a loan from Baruchian, he could take a loan from him, and then ubalechoiv boin v'nifram, and then Baruch could collect from his part of the Yerusha, because that's not considered direct benefit, and therefore that doesn't transgress the neder. Now, going back to the subject that we've been discussing in this parak, and that is that if a person steals and swears and then confesses, so he has to pay the principal, the fifth, and bring an asham. What happens if he steals from a new convert, a new ger? Not such a nice fellow. Chatzkel steals from a ger. And Chatzkel lied, he swore, and then he confessed, and the ger died. And there's no yarshim. So who does he give the money to? So Agaizel es a ger. If he steals from a convert, v'nishpalai, he swore, no, I didn't steal it. And then v'meis, the ger died, and he confesses. So then harizem mishalem keren v'chaimish l'kahanim. Since the ger has no relatives, and he's the only case where somebody doesn't have relatives, right? Because he just be Gershon is guy kikut and shenoila dami. So he doesn't have any relatives. Then to fulfill the mitzvah of Hashava, he gives the money to the kayin. V'ashim lamizbeach, and he gives the guilt offering to the mizbeach. Shenemar ve'im ein lo ish goyel, if there is no redeemer for the man, meaning there's no heir, lahashiv ha'ashim elav, to return that which he was guilty to him, then ha'ashim amushav la'Hashem, then that guilt which should be returned to Hashem, so they could receive atonement, goes la'kayin, milvad el akipurim, besides the ram for atonement, that's the ashim, asher yechaper ba'yalav, which he receives atonement. Hayamale esa kesef esa asham, let's say he was bringing the money and the guilt offering, so he was bringing the money to the kayin and the guilt offering, v'meis, and Chatzkel dies, the thief dies. So here, since the giving of the money to the kayin wasn't restitution, because he didn't steal it from the kayin, it was only that he should receive kapara, and ein kapara la'achamisa, So now we don't give it to the Kohen, but we give it to his children, to the Yoshim. HaKesef Yinasin Labanov. The Oshim, the guilt offering, again, you can't offer it after death because En Kaparacha Misa. You can't redeem it because it has a Kedushas HaGuf, and that which has a Kedushas HaGuf that's unblemished, you can't redeem. So Yira Achi Yistav, they let it pasture until it gets a mum. Once it's a mum, then you could redeem it. So Va'ashim Yira Achi Yistav, V'yimacher, then they sell it. And what do they do with the money? That was money that was dedicated for the temple. V'yiplu Damav L'Nedava. There is a special pushka, which is called the shofar. There are several shofaros that are marked Nedava. This means that this money will be used when business is slow on the Mizbeach. It's not nice that the Mizbeach should look idle. So then they bring communal olos, which is called for Kayetz HaMizbeach, for dessert of the Mizbeach. They use this money for those communal olos when the business is slow on the Mizbeach.